The power of Grayskull is just behind me. I have the power. Hello and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK. For the first time, I think, in a week since New York Comic Con. Today, it is clearly all about Masters of the Universe and all things He-Man. Before we get into that, then, if you can hit that like button, leave your thoughts in the comments below, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and of course, tickle that notification bell because I've got some toy confessions to make in this video, but we're going to be covering all things He-Man from Mattel and from Mondo today. Because, things have happened since you last saw me here a week ago on YouTube Live with Adam, talking all things Comic-Con. So, behind me, you may notice there is a rather large 2000X Castle Grayskull. So, yes, I have been and done a little bit of online purchasing. And it actually turned out to be free of charge because it is broken at the back. So shout out the seller that gave me a full refund and they managed to salvage it. So we're going to call this on the channel Broken Grayskull will always sit behind me on the live streams and on the Billy bookcases. But I've got a screen share to go through with lots of news. But I'm going to start this video with some pickups because I've been buying a lot of Masters of the Universe. You can see in my hand is Stratos here from the vintage collection of the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line from Mattel. A line I don't collect. Yes, I don't. That's going to be a theme today of today's video. Lines I don't collect. Don't collect this line. So that is there. Also, from the New Eternia version of the Masterverse line, so New Eternia version Masterverse, that's Thunder Punch He-Man. So New Eternia vintage collection. Don't forget this. I do not collect them. I don't collect them. So don't know what you're seeing there. Back to another line I don't collect. It's as I said, the vintage collection again. So there is Faker. There is a Faker. Don't know how that got here because I don't collect that line. And here is a New Eternia version of She-Ra there. Again, I definitely don't collect New Etheria, I should say, not New Eternia, New Etheria. So, don't even know what that line's called. So, I don't collect it. And another one, the final one for this line I don't collect. There is Terracle's version of Skeletor, but I don't collect Masterverse. So, bear that in mind as you watch this video. I do not collect Masterverse. A line I do collect, though, is it's a cartoon collection. So there is Shadow Weaver from the Masters of the Universe cartoon collection. Again, in the comments, what version of He-Man and Masters of the Universe line do you collect? Because I only collect this line. That is all I collect, the cartoon collection. Don't let anybody tell you anything otherwise. That is all I collect. This next pickup, the final pickup, before we get into some toy news, of course related to He-Man Masters of the Universe, is a franchise I don't even like. I don't even like Transformers. I'm not a Transformers guy. And I do not like crossovers. I've been very clear on this channel. Crossovers. Turtles and He-Man to get what they're doing. No, not for me. Not crossovers. So don't quite know how this has turned up at the house, but there is Megatron and Skeletor combined from the Masters of the Universe Transformers crossover line. So an accidental purchase may have. Oh, it's happened twice, everybody. It's happened twice. So there is Bumblebee and Man at Arms combined. So a crossover. Take a screenshot because I don't collect this line. So apparently I do. Apparently I'm a big dirty hypocrite, and I now collect one version of the crossover line because I secretly quite like that version. I still think I don't like the Turtles crossover, but Megatron Skeletor has just made me chuckle. So so there's two He-Man lines there at least that I don't collect that seem to end up in the collection. And if you saw a previous video on this line, I don't collect 2000X from Mondo. So over to the screen share. So the public service announcement part of the video here is that it's the last 24 hours, people. It's the last 24 hours to get your order in if you're going after the Claw 4 Mondo figure or the deluxe timed edition of He-Man that comes with the base. So he has a full video, a couple of videos back on the playlist. Thank you all for watching that one. It did really well. Adam joined me and we had discussed all things He-Man. And I have discovered something yesterday. It did make me chuckle. Our good friend Adam Batman Moran, his name is Adam. And he likes He-Man. And He-Man's real name is Prince Adam. So I realised Adam is Adam. How that's taken me so long, God only knows. But now it's documented in video. But so it's the last 24 hours. I called that video, I think, by the power of FOMO. And I did not crack. Over 3 weeks ago. I did not order this figure. And I still have not ordered this figure. Adam's cracked. He's bought it, but yeah. So if you want it, $115, $50 shipping in the UK. So it's going to work out somewhere in the region of probably £120. But this is a timed edition of Clawful. Again, I did not purchase this because I am not collecting the Mondo Masterverse. It's not Masterverse, the Mondo 2000X line from Masters of the Universe. But something has happened, ladies and gentlemen, since the last time I was on air. With only 24 hours to go, I've become a victim, ladies and gentlemen. A victim of FOMO. And I've cracked. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below, please do. But I've cracked and I've bought this Clawful. I've pre-ordered this Clawful. Oh dear, what am I doing? I've pre-ordered this Clawful for a line I am not going to collect, and is clearly not going to go with the Castle Grayskull that you can't even see behind me. It's the John Cena version of the Castle Grayskull, because I don't collect this line, so I don't need to get the timed edition that ends in 24 hours out of pure FOMO. No, I do not need to do that. 8.5 inches of a giant crab man. Yes, I've cracked. So I would like to officially declare I haven't bought He-Man, but I have bought Clawful. The reason I haven't bought He-Man, he is coming to the UK, I do believe, next week for the regular pre-order. So I will be ordering the regular version of He-Man. Let me know your thoughts. Have I let you all down? Have I failed you all miserably? Or did you all know who had 3.5 weeks nearly on the betting for how long it would take me to actually crack and order this line? Because I bet there's a sweepstake going on somewhere online that I would have cracked and ordered this line, but it's happened. It has happened. So yes, I am now in on this line, and it's going to be behind me in all future live stream areas. I've even bought a door. Yes, that makes no sense, but you'll find out in a future video once I've put it up behind there. We're going to have a castle door backdrop to the display. We'll get into that in the future. But going back to New York Comic Con, then here is the Mondo booth, and I just couldn't resist in the end. This really tipped me over the edge. I thought, okay, I'm just not going to get the He-Man. I'm just going to ignore the line. But then they showed the painted Skeletor, and I was buggered, people. I was absolutely buggered. So if you want the deluxe version of He-Man with that base and the sort of King Grayskull head, then you've got less than 24 hours to get your order in. If you're happy with the regular and no base, then you can wait for the regular edition, or you can order that again from Mondo as well. But Man at Arms looks phenomenal. These things they almost don't look like toys. They literally look like statues. The paint is just phenomenal on these. So if these look just as good, there's no reason they wouldn't in hand. The fact you've got all the double joints added in there as well. This is going to be a really high quality He-Man line. Yes, it is pricey. You're probably talking at $95 to $100 per figure, but that's pretty much the same as the Mondo Ghostbusters, and I bought all them bloody things, so why not break the habit of a life? Look at this Skeletor, though. Look at that face. He's got a little floating head in there. Soft good cape. Looks really, really nice. Yeah, we did briefly cover these on the live stream last week. That is available in the live stream tab if you scroll across on the channel if you haven't got to watch it. And there is Clawful in person. So I thought, yeah, Clawful, not the most essential character. I don't think it actually got released in the original 2000X line. Of course, that was sculpted by the Four Horsemen, so these are going to go quite nicely alongside the Mythic Legions, I think. Some more sort of high-end action figures, very highly detailed and painted. I love the base. So I thought I'd rather have a complete collection, so I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to get Clawful, and I'm going to break that as a great looking He-Man figure. So that's that. But we're going to head over to the Mondo panel now. So that was on Toy Arc, and then shout out to TNI Toy News here, because they announced even more at the panel. This line is going to go deep. It's going to go quick by the looks of it. So we've got the 4 figures we've already seen, 2 up for order, and then Skeletor and Man at Arms. And now they've shown Mr. Marigolds, as Cheeky Monkey Kiara calls him, yes. Seaman himself, or Merman, to you regular viewers of the channel. Cheeky Monkey thought he looked like he had washing up gloves on, so she called him Mr. Marigolds many years ago. So that is what he's known like in this house. Called on a cob sword, a nice looking base as well. I get the feeling the regular editions of these figures are not going to have the bases, and they're going to be the Mondo exclusives, which means we're going to have to pay the postage. I'm going to have to not buy all the figures with the base. That's going to have to be the rule. Can't have all the bases. Selected bases, but I'm sure some of these will be Mondo exclusive. And how about Adam's going this? But of course, our friend Adam doesn't buy female figures. But he's probably going to want his Orko to go with He-Man, but he's going to have to buy a Teela because Orko is coming with Teela. So I'm glad for that, because then I don't have to buy two separate figures. I thought they could have probably charged full price for Orko. I've seen them do it before on similar. So that he's getting packed in with Teela is pretty good to see. So this is going to be a nice, really nice line for the 2000X cartoon, which is available to watch on YouTube if you haven't seen it. But we're just going to go back here to the Motu page on TNI, because lots of things have been happening over the last week. So let's just cover them all here. So for the 2000X line, but from Mattel, so this is going to be the more cartoonish line compared to those proper sculpts there. We are getting the samurai version of He-Man. So yes, I will also be collecting this line as well. So that's two lines for 2000. You can see I've literally gone in this last week He-Man bloody crazy. It's like it's 1980 bloody 5 in this house for some reason, apparently. Because, yeah, I'm going in on all these different lines, but these look so different from the Mondos. These are going to be the much more affordable price point as well. So you can go fully in on these things. So pre-order of Series 1 has gone up. Put my pre-order in In-Demand Toys, I think, here in the UK. So Beastman is going to be the deluxe figure. And then we've got Triclops, Stratos, and He-Man as your regular figures as well within the line. Shout out to my good friend Bring Toys to Work as well, because I'm sure he's joining me collecting these. I don't know if I can get him into the Mondo, though, but there is the Beastman. Oh, it's going to be fun. These are going to go in the toy room, and the Mondo are going to go in here. So we're going to separate the collection. We're going to have the fancier stuff in here, and the more cartoony stuff next to there, because these will go nicely with the Origins figures, of course, based on the original animation rather than the 2003 animation here. So there's Beastman. There's your deluxe look at the packaging. I think he's about $29.99. We look at He-Man himself. So comparing that to the Mondo version, it's absolute night and day. You can't really compare these lines. They are so drastically different that I think that's why I ended up having to collect both. Justifying it to myself. That's basically what this video is. It's just me talking about He-Man. So you can see the cartoon logo on the bottom of the packaging. So that is mimicking what I've just shown again, of course, here with Shadow Weaver, of course, the cartoon collection logo survives on, but we get the 2000X version of the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe logo on the packaging. We won't go through all those. I'm sure they are for pre-order, but there's been a few more bits of news. So back into Masterverse, again, you remember the start of the video. I don't collect this line. I do not collect this line, but if I was, Anti-Tinny, He-Man, Mosquito, and I forget the funny guy. What's the funny guy's name? I always do even forget. What is your name, sir? Mantenna, isn't it? It's Mantenna. So I'm going to get all of these. I will probably get some of these. So I haven't even bought the original version of Anti-Attorney He-Man, so I'll probably pass on him. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. Nobody's going to believe me, are they? So I'll pass on him. But I think I will be in on Mosquito here. Of course, Pixel a massive He-Man fan, and I wrote a very good book on the history of He-Man toys. That is in the collection as well. His favourite character, of course, is Mosquito, so he's very excited. I know I've seen on his channel for this one, so he is coming to the Masterverse line. Looks like we've got a bit of blood effect there. Of course, you could do the original figure. You've got the blood pumping action as well. So, yeah, as I say, don't collect these. That is the theme of the video. Get that in the comments. Hashtag, what line do you not collect that you actually collect? Let me know that in the comments down below, please. So there is Mantenna as well. So there's far too much going on here, isn't there? Far too much. We've seen that Skeletor, but of course, Mattel, not going to be left out, because here's wave 2 and 3 of the cartoon version of the 2000X. Prince Adam there, we can see as well. We've got Evil Lyn, we've got Mossman, Skeletor. You've got a nice little selection coming. And as I've already said here, drastically different from the Mondo version. So these are going to be the fun ones that get played with and posed up. Mondos are going to stand literally behind me. Are you in on both? Are you in on none? Do you even collect He-Man? Are you even a He-Man fan? Are you still watching this video? Again, let me know in the comments below. I've not been on YouTube all week, so I've got to let out all this energy, you see. New job keeps me busy, so as and when I can, I'll be popping here on the channel and talking action figures, because I do like me a good action figure. But I've already probably waffled on for how long have I waffled on for? Look at that, 15 minutes nearly talking about He-Man. So let's go and get this video uploaded, everybody. So, by the power of Grayskull, everybody, I have the power. I'll see you, of course, on the next video.